Attention! Go! Get ready, please! Attention! Go!
And so the immediate search for speed, that ignition that's required over the first 50, 100 metres, the frantic stroking before settling down into a regular, manageable tempo. Eton College in the colours that need no introduction worldwide, who beat Monmouth School easily on Wednesday in a time of 7 minutes and 6 seconds, and then beat Salisbury School USA yesterday in a much tighter race by just 3/4 of a length in 6 minutes 43. And I think, though I wouldn't swear to it, that Eton might be a centimetre or two up, but it's a fantastically even and competitive start.
Absolutely, and if you look at the times from Thursday, Eton will be likely to becoming just ahead in these first early stages of the race. So Eton in their past races today and in the week have been showing quicker times over the first half.
Gonzaga on each occasion has finished more quickly, but as I mentioned at the start, that is as much to do with the contest they were in, I suspect. They beat Bedford School ultimately on Wednesday by 4 lengths in a time of 7:02, and then the quickest of the 4 races to which we're referring, they beat Portora Royal School by half a length in a really good contest yesterday, 6 minutes 38.
We can see a move starting to take place on the far side of the course. The angle here is not helping us as much, but I think it's both crews got a cracking start, and they're coming now up to the barrier, which is the first timing point. And I can imagine now that it's creeping further and further forward on the Eton crew.
This will be a great source of concern to Eton, whose recent history in the PE is a fantastic one. They are the defending champions, winners in 2009, 2010, 2014. Abington won the 3 in the middle before Eton came back to win last year. And there is a view of our drone, which will bring you some of the upcoming pictures of the crews mid-race. Fantastically insider view of what the respective oarsmen are going through in the beautiful Buckinghamshire and Berkshire countryside.
A beautiful shot from behind, and you can see now they've moved up on Eton. They've got around about a canvas lead on them. It's interesting, about 100 metres ago there was some quite significant steering coming from the US crew, but it seems to have gone in their favour. And this shot here is a fantastic way of looking at how the boats themselves have set themselves up. On the crew, on the right-hand side here, you can see there's tandems, crew athletes one behind the other, rowing both on the same side. It's quite a unique combination this US crew has got. But if you look across in the Eton boat, they too have that combination.
So, Quinn, what's the rationale? What might be the coach's thinking in setting them up that way?
Well, they're quite often going to do that if there are 2 athletes that follow each other very well, or to potentially put athletes of heavier weight in certain places in the boat, or positioning people around that way. So it's often a coach's preference. You know, fantastic race over the first half, and you can see just edging out now, squeezing stroke by stroke, just taking another 10 centimetres every time.
We spoke a lot in the last race about the respective weights of the crews. I don't know how big an issue it is in what is still schoolboy rowing, but as it happens, Eton do have a 1.5 stone advantage per man on Gonzaga College High School, but it is the lighter boat which appears by a smallish margin to be the quicker boat right now.
And absolutely, we've got tailwind conditions, and the water is warm at the moment, so it's often favouring faster times. So, you know, headwind conditions are often going to favour the heavier athletes, so maybe that's why this is this lighter weight is neutralising that advantage.
Certainly still quite a big overlap between the boats. Eton are by no means out of this contest, but they bear the weight of expectation that comes with being last year's champions. Eton consider the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup to be their property It is their property, possibly only now for the next 3 minutes or so, unless they can summon something special to go past Gonzaga College High School. This, I think, is going to be a very exciting finish.
Okay, so we're starting to come into the closing elements of the race now, and it is tight. This is a tight race. Both crews will be feeling the intensity as they've come down this track, being so close to each other.
Well, this is going to be really tight because whereas perhaps a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago, the sense was that stroke by stroke, Gonzaga were taking it away by a few millimetres. Now, the impression is that Eton are reeling it in, and this is one that can be going right to the wire. And the crowd in the enclosures is becoming engaged in it now. Hear the noise.
Absolutely, both crews are lifting their rates now. They're starting to throw everything into that last part of the race. They will only get faster and faster as they head down to the finish line. It's almost impossible to call from here. Wow.
Leave nothing on the river. 2,000 metres and more. It's coming down to the margins, it's coming down to the millimetres, it's coming down to the strength of one man each against his opponent, and it looks as though ultimately it is going to come down in favour of Gonzaga College High School, who had enough at the end. Eton biting back as hungrily as they can in the closing metres, but time is running out on them. That has been a really good race, but the defending champions are felled, and Gonzaga College High School are through to the semi-final.
Absolutely, they showed extensive maturity there to take on that huge push from Eton as they came into the closing stages. So well done. Look how spent these young men are.
Truly, they have left nothing on the river, except this year their hopes and dreams, because from an Etonian perspective, that is certainly not how they dreamt it.